with this game going on now, and again, it's been a big start to the second half for Minnesota. It's 72-54. They've pushed the lead out to 18 early in the third quarter. I am really stunned that Steph Curry didn't play tonight, right? Because I'll go back. I'll tell you when I'm wrong. I said a week ago, if they're down 3-1, there's no way he's not playing in Game 5. There's no way. He's going to come back. He's going to try to play. Now, he was cleared for court work, and if they can somehow extend tonight, he could play in Game 6. Remember, there's 11 days off now between Game 5 and Game 6. So he could potentially return in Game 6. But I am stunned that he couldn't play tonight. And there's many guys where if this was LeBron, you would go, could he play? Could he really play? But Steph wants to play. If there was any way possible he'd be able to play, he'd play in this game, right? He's not LeBron where you go, was this a real sitting out? Was this a strategic sitting out? Was this saying I was hurt because we got eliminated and I couldn't play in the next game? Well, what is it? But this now kind of, and maybe Steph Curry is the tipping point for it, but we have been in a run now of basically the last 5 to 7 years where every single playoff you can fill at least one all-star team with injured stars. Right? Nobody gets hurt in the playoffs. No stars get hurt. No, with the frequency of NBA stars, right? Well, the NBA game is physical. Yeah, NFL game is a little bit more physical, and stars still don't get hurt like they do in the NBA. Right? Every single year you could say, here's a top 5, here's a all-star team, all NBA first and second team of guys who got hurt, right? You see that all the time. Whether it's Lillard and now it's Tatum and now it's Curry. I mean, these are the biggest names in the game that continue to get hurt and continue to miss time. Maybe LeBron would have missed most of the rest of the playoffs with his injury. Like the NBA, this is their biggest thing on their to-do list because you can't just shrug your shoulders and say, well, this is how it goes, right? Guys get hurt in the playoffs. I get that's how you're coaching, right? Steve Kerr has talked about it. Other coaches said, look, we understand this is how you have to coach in the playoffs because guys get hurt, right? That's the strategy part. But the NBA's got to figure out a way. They got to NFL the crap out of this thing. Because what did the NFL do? When you saw injuries getting out of control, and yes, part of it is, PR. You want to limit the concussions, and when it becomes a bad time, hey, the NFL said, let's figure out some things to do where we can limit injuries, right? Whether it is changes to the helmet, changes to the kickoff, and concussions are down, injuries are down, ACL injuries are down because we're playing less preseason games. Guys aren't getting hurt as much in the preseason. The NFL has kind of at least found a way to say, we know we want to keep the guys on the field, right? No matter what, the NFL wants to keep the guys on the field. So now that it's so public that injuries happen here, and what's the NFL culpable for guys who played years before, the NFL is at least trying to find a way to say, let's limit the injuries. We can't get rid of them, but let's find a way. Now, you have to take a look over how the numbers are going to go for like a 10-year period, but at least the NFL is trying, right? All the things I just outlined. They're trying to find a way to keep guys on the field. The NBA is just saying, yeah, I don't know what to do. We're still going to have back-to-backs. We're still going to play 82 games. We're still going to play every round as best of 7, even though when you get to this point in the season, the game has not, the players have changed way more than the game has, right? When you see when players are getting bigger, stronger, faster in the NFL's making moves to try to figure things out. Certain plays they want to outlaw because guys are too big, too fast. The horse collar tackle, defenders are too big now. They can pull guys down like that. Didn't used to be able to do it, right? The NBA needs to NFL the crap out of this and try to figure out a way to keep your guys on the court. How do we prevent against more soft tissue injuries? How do we prevent against it? I don't know what the answer is. I just know they got to find a way. And there's been no way of trying to figure this out. This is where the NBA, the Players Association, has to work together to say, all right, we want to make sure every playoff is not, hey, whoever stays the healthiest is going to win. We know we can't eliminate injuries, but wow, we can't keep having these star players missing so much time in the play. It hurts us. It hurts our brand. It hurts that, well, when you get to the playoffs, everybody gets hurt, and everything you did in the regular season goes out the window. Just ask the Cleveland Cavaliers, because that happened to them with their guys hurt in the first few games. So there needs to be some sort of summit, some sort of NBA strategy where it's, okay, we are now going to look into how to keep players healthier in the postseason. And again, I'll be the first one to say I don't have the answer, but I just know it's got to get looked into. right? I'm not a doctor, but I know that, hey, let's get the smart doctors together. Like if I was Adam Silver, I would say, okay, let me get all the smart doctors. Let me get all the smart people together. Let me get the Player Association guys together. Let me get some thoughts in here and figure this out, because this is the one thing that kills the NBA in the postseason. Superstars that are hurt. And look, how many less people are watching this Warriors-Timberwolves game because Steph Curry is not playing?